My name is Paige, a 30-year-old housewife who also works from home. My husband, Tobias, is an employee of a big company, and we live in a condo. My parents-in-law live nearby, but not mine. The other day when I went to visit, it took 4 hours by Shinkansen one day. I visited my house because my older sister, Phoebe, who lives there, just had a baby. I can't believe I'm an aunt! I also wanted to meet my parents and Phoebe and Paul's family there. Grandpa Philip and Grandma Pam are living overseas now. And my younger brother Kevin is involved in various activities every day and flies all over the country, so he only comes home sometimes. It wasn't a big gathering this time, but I gotta go back and see everyone for the first time in a while, so it was a great day. Like this. Hold the baby by supporting its neck, okay? Yes, like that. Good job. You're doing better than Paul, who's been holding the baby a lot more than you.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, but that's true.
I know. I once got special training on how to hold a baby from the Whisker Wizard Association that Kevin introduced me to before. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I could sense it. People from there are going to visit here with Kevin next week.
Yes! I'll ask for an arm wrestling match since it was a tie last time. 10-10. I'm gonna win next time.
Really? Haven't seen them for a while, so I'm excited. By the way, I've been wondering, but does your baby also have a sixth sense like you, Phoebe?
That's highly possible. I remember when you used your sixth sense to easily find Grandpa who got lost in a mall, and also found out he was the one who ate Paige's pudding.
I remember that! He ate 9 puddings in total, and he spent 3 hours in the bathroom afterwards. And was taken to the hospital. Glad he was okay. True that. Anyways, sorry to change the subject, but you moved into, what was it again? A condo recently with Tobias, right? Yep. After everything is settled, come visit!
Sounds good. If it's a condo, must be pretty spacious, unlike ours with this many people, with not enough room. Lucky you.
Hold on a minute. Yeah, I could sense it. I wonder, What are you sensing? Tell me! Oh, it's actually something bad. I just have this feeling that something bad is going to happen to you, Paige. What? Seriously? At that time, I was living a normal, happy life with Tobias, so I couldn't believe what Phoebe was saying at first. But a few days later, his father, my father-in-law, passed away due to a worsening chronic illness. So, since she became alone, she asked if she could live with us, and we said yes. My impression of her was that she was a very quiet person who always hid behind my father-in-law. But after living together, that changed completely. Paige! What are you doing locking yourself in there? I'm a little hungry now, so can you bring me some snacks? Oh, please leave me alone! Even though I'm working in my room, she knocks on my door several times a day and interrupts me, saying I need snacks or go buy tea for me. I reluctantly opened the door and said, I'm working, so I'd appreciate it if you could prepare it by yourself. What? Is that how you treat your mother-in-law? Stop complaining and get me some snacks now! At first I ignored whatever she said, but recently I've been listening to her since she keeps banging on the door so loudly that I can't get any work done. On top of that, she never helps me with housework. Instead, she would complain about the food I make, saying that it's too salty or tastes bad. If I had known that she was like this, I would have refused when she asked to live with us. The stress I was receiving from her was piling up and I couldn't stand it anymore. So I decided to talk to Tobias that night. Hey, your mom kept on telling me to go to the liquor store to buy wine for her and clean the kitchen sink because it was dirty, so I couldn't get any work done today. The kitchen sink wasn't that dirty to begin with.
Huh? Oh, really? I see.
Also, you heard her say the rice was too mushy and the fried chicken was soggy during dinner, right? I swear it wasn't. Wasn't she quieter and nicer when your father was around?
Well, my dad was a strict person. When I was little, I saw my dad scolding my mom a lot.
I see. So father-in-law was controlling those bad aspects of her, but the moment he passed, all of that was released. And that makes a lot of sense. Do you think that you could talk to your mom about this? Please?
I've been listening to you, but what's wrong with you?
What? He suddenly glared at me and said in a harsh tone,
That's my mom! You're a failure for not caring about your husband's mom!
What? I didn't expect him to say I was a failure. Oh, I'm pissed. But he's also a mama's boy, so I wasn't surprised that he would say this. Hey, what kind of nerve do you have to say I'm a failure? You've been giving me half-hearted answers while looking at your phone. Seriously? I bet you're checking your favorite idol's social media page, as always. You're also a failure, too. Yes, Tobias is an extreme idol superfan. I allow this guy to buy idol merchandise and go to concerts, so is it normal for him to talk badly about me? Also, it seems like he's embarrassed about other people, even his mother knowing about this, so he asks to keep it a secret, which I do. From that night onwards, we became on bad terms. What's even more unbelievable is that Tobias and his mom started to gang up on me, saying nasty things to me. One night on a weekday. Paige, Tobias and I decided to go on a trip together next time, so can you please give us some more money? What? I didn't hear anything about that from him.
Of course I won't tell you! I have nothing to say to a failure!
Excuse me? The money you have is Tobias's, right? So just shut up and give it to us! Yes, I'm the one who managed all our finances, but this is too sudden. What happened to the money from selling your parents' house and land? And also your husband's inheritance? I bought these with that. What are the sparkly things you have? A ring and a bracelet? Yep, jewelry, my treasures. Oh no, you used all of the money on those? Yes, I did. I love collecting sparkly things, so of course I bought these. I also have a smart son who's able to buy a condo, so you guys won't need to use that money, right? I knew that, so that's why I used it all.
Smart son? Mom, stop that! I know that, but I'm embarrassed.
Also, who do you think you owe to be able to live in this condo? Tobias, right? So just shut your mouth and hand the money over!
Yeah, exactly.
I declined, so it seems like they borrowed money from a financial company and went on the trip anyway. I asked the dates and destination, and it turned out that there was an idol concert that Tobias loves being held nearby. I bet he's planning to go to the concert alone and make his mother come home earlier. I wonder how much they borrowed. This is scaring me. People around me are jealous since my husband works at a big company, but I wonder if there's a reason to still be with him. I actually started to think that. And then something decisive happened soon after. I'm home! Oh my, the trip was so fun. Welcome home! Huh? Where's Tobias? He said he wanted to go somewhere, so we parted ways coming home. Oh, if I remember correctly, there should be a meet and greet at that idol group, so he must be there right now. Oh, I have something for you, Paige. She took out a divorce paper from her bag with Tobias' side filled in and handed it over. What? If you don't want to end up homeless after being divorced, give all of his salary and savings to us. Right now! Hurry! What? Why? I know that you'll be in so much trouble if he divorces you. If you hand it over, he'll give you money. Don't worry about that. Oh, I see what's going on. They thought that if they threatened me with divorce papers, I would quietly hand over the money. Quit messing around, you crazy scumbags. At that moment, I made up my mind. Wow, these two are really stupid, aren't they? Mother-in-law said, "Who do you think you owe to be able to live in this condo?" But it's thanks to me, actually. At this point, I was laughing out loud inside as I could predict their unhappy future. But my mother-in-law, who had no idea what I was thinking, kept nagging me, saying, "Give me money or else." Hey, why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go get his bank Okay, will do. What? I'll also divorce. I snatched the divorce paper from her and started to fill out my section. I'll submit this tomorrow morning. aren't you going to be in trouble if you divorce? You'll be homeless. Thanks for worrying about me, but I'll be just fine. Oh, Tobias's bank book and other things you want are in his desk drawer in my room. Here, this is the key. After saying that, I handed the key to her, but she looked down and started muttering something. I don't care even if they get divorced. Hold on. Then that means we could use the money together. While she was talking herself, I finished packing up my stuff and said, You can get rid of the rest of my stuff here. Goodbye. I just told her that, left the condo, and went to the city hall to submit the divorce papers. But that night, as soon as I checked into a hotel, I got a call from Tobias. Yeah? Hello?
Paige? Why did you really go submit the divorce papers?
Why? You were the one who signed it in the first place.
I only did that because I wanted to get money from you!
I don't want to talk to you, to be honest. Right now, I'm enjoying myself in a hotel suite with a very nice view, drinking wine and eating caviar to relieve all the stress that someone has put on me. Paige, you deceived me, didn't you? Suddenly, my mother-in-law, who was pissed off, butted in. You left on purpose knowing that Tobias and I would be forced to live on the edge, didn't you? When I opened the drawer, I found his bank books was almost no balance and a bunch of envelopes from his financial companies addressed to him. I didn't know he had this much debt and that you had been helping him pay it off. Is this really happening? Yes, Tobias has a pretty good salary, but I'm a freelance programmer who makes more than him. We haven't had any in-depth conversations, so she hasn't asked me about my job. It seems like she thinks that just because I work at home, I don't make that much money, and that Tobias, who works for a big company, does. If he has this much debt, how are we going to live from now on? We're screwed! It is what it is. You didn't know this, but your son is actually an Extreme Idol superfan. What? Idol? Super fan? Yeah. When he was single, he bought a lot of merchandise, CDs, in search of special offers, and concerts, so he ended up with a huge amount of debt. Anyways, you like to collect jewelry, right? Tobias is practically your clone. He's also the type who won't be satisfied until he has everything of his favorite idol. Well, I hope you two do your best from now on. Oh, but if two people who are bad at managing money live together, there's no doubt you guys will become broke. Damn it! Stop making fun of us! But it's okay. We still have this condo. If we get into a tough situation, we can settle this. Are you panicking that you stopped thinking or something? Please think carefully. Do you really think that condo is Tobias's, who is drowning in debt right now? What? Yep, that condo is under my name, so it's mine. Too bad. Sorry. No! So I'll be putting it up for sale soon, so you better hurry up and leave. Bye! Hey, wait! I'm sorry. Please come home. Without you, we won't be able to live. Before my mother-in-law could finish what she wanted to say, I hung up and quickly blocked her and Tobias. Then, as if nothing had happened, I picked up my wine glass in front of me and resumed my leisurely time. As for what happened between them, Tobias sent me a letter to my parents' house, and it contained a lot of information. First, they moved into a shabby apartment with a shared bathroom and shower. However, they ended up fighting each other, saying things like, "It's your fault that Paige left," and "It's your fault that we need to live like this," and they cut ties. It seems that my mother-in-law sold some of the jewelry she had and lived off that money for a while, but with her distorted sense of money, living frugally was not an option, and even when she started to work, she was useless, so she was quickly fired. Looks like she hasn't worked properly in her life before. In the end, she was out of money, so she turned to debt collectors and is currently exhausted from working a shady job introduced to them in the mountains with no time to sleep. Tobias also has no money, but can't stop spending on idols, so he's also turned to debt collectors. But his coworkers found out about this, which made him uncomfortable, so he quit. Now he's working on a ship introduced by debt collectors. The letter that explained this ended with one sentence. "Please come and help me, Paige." But I, of course, ripped it and threw it away. As for me, I moved into the condo owned by my mom near my parents' house, and I'm living alone. Oh, by the way, everyone from my family, plus the people from Whisker Wizard Association, came to visit. Oh, I was so happy.
Hey, can I come in now? Wow, this place is really spacious. Lucky!
Paige, how about some chili peppers for a gift? You're about to run out tomorrow. What? Oh, you're right, there's only a little left. Didn't realize that, thank you.
Long time no see, Paige. This is a souvenir from Istanbul.
It's a snack that local young people recommended me, saying it's very popular now. I had some time and it was good. Thanks. How's California after a long time?
I love it. I could meet all of you and was able to go to the very first McDonald's.
Yesterday, I had a California burrito at a place that Kevin and Philip introduced me to, and it was so delicious. You two are so close.
The beef they use there are cattle raised on my natural farm, actually. Ta-da! Oh, I brought a baby specialist from the Whisker Wizard Association. So have them look after the baby and take a break today, Phoebe.
Thanks! I sensed that, so I brought him his favorite food as a gift. Look! A new cake from Perfect Fancies. A donut-shaped chocolate lime swirl cake, code 12. Huh? What?
I knew you'd get it, Phoebe! Ta-da!
Huh? What? I'm so confused. Anyway, I'll get some drinks for you all, so please relax on the couch. Ding dong! Oh, is that Mom and Dad?
Sorry for being late. I took too long at the supermarket. It's been a while. How have you been, Paige?
Yeah, it's been a while and I'm doing good. Did you get tanned?
Oh, you see. My amateur baseball team has been playing a lot of games, and we haven't lost yet. That's probably because I'm the leader of the cheering squad.
You're still in the top supporter as always. Can I come in, Paige? He said he was going to buy sweets for everyone at the supermarket, but he ended up buying himself some beer too. I see. So, how's the place? If you have any problems or issues, tell the guy named Mr. Patel who lives on the first floor. There's no need to be shy. It's been comfortable so far, thank you. Okay, do you know Mr. Patel or something? Yeah, it's a long story. Oh, I see. Okay, I won't ask then. I told him you're my daughter, so he'll come and say hello to you even if you're 100 meters away. What? He doesn't need to do that. Anyways, he will definitely listen to whatever complaints you have. Mom, I'm scared. What did you do to him to be like that? I'll leave that up to your imagination. Hey, don't forget that I always have your back. If you need anything, reach out to me, okay? Okay. I feel safe knowing that everyone in this family is nearby. Thank you all so much. My name is Paige, 32 years old. I live with my husband, Neil, and my 5-year-old daughter, Penelope. I'm having a simple but happy life doing housework and working part-time. But since Penelope will be in elementary school and need money, I'm working more hours now. The other day, on the way home from picking her up from the kindergarten, we were having this conversation. Mom, I talked with my friends about school bags today during lunch, and I really want the pink one. It's my favorite color. I know, you've told me that many times, so I'll promise to buy you that. Yes, thank you. I also need to get a pencil case, a notebook, and lots of other things, right? Yes, you promised to go shopping with Dad this coming Sunday, right? He said that he's going to buy you a desk, so let's get him to buy stationery for you too. Okay, I'm excited for Sunday. Yes, Penelope has been looking forward to going desk shopping with Neil this coming Sunday for days. I remember being happy when I bought my first desk because I felt like I had grown up a little. I'm sure she's just as excited as I was back then about becoming a young lady. My heart warmed just thinking about that and seeing her smile, but then she started to say the following. Oh, also, Gia and Elsie's moms are going to buy them cell phones. I want one too, please. What? Cell phone? Already? They're still so young. My mom friends haven't even bought their kids that yet. To be honest, I don't think they need one yet. Also, Neil's salary is lower than the average office worker, so... But that night, while Neil was lounging around in the living room watching TV... Dad, I really want a cell phone, please. She was begging while shaking his body, interrupting him. Then he said...
What? Cell phone? Well, sometime soon.
just gave her a half-hearted reply while watching TV. Actually, he hasn't even been playing with her recently. I know he's tired from work, but honestly, I wish he'd pay more attention to her. But Penelope said,
Please, I want one! Can you buy me one, Dad?
She kept on going. Then,
Oh, God, you're so loud! Fine, I'll buy you one on Sunday.
what?
Really? Yay! It's a promise!
Honey, isn't it too early for her to have a cell phone?
Ugh, can you keep it down? I can't concentrate!
Cell phones cost money. Don't you know that?
Tuh, there are cheap plans. Just be quiet for now.
Yeah, but I think it's too early for her to have one, though. I was against this cell phone thing, but since Neil made a promise, we decided to buy Penelope one. I don't know about this. However, on Saturday night, the day before we were planning on going shopping,
What? Are you serious? You can't go shopping tomorrow because of work? What about my desk? Stationery? Cell phone?
Neil said he had work, invited to go play golf by the boss, and couldn't go shopping.
It is what it is. This is a part of my job. Penelope, you can eat every day and go to school because my job is going well. But what if you couldn't eat every day? Or if you could no longer attend school? You wouldn't like that, right?
I thought, you made a promise with her first, so you should have declined, but seemed like he couldn't do that. The reason why I asked him is because I'd been asked to help with my family business every Sunday, so there was nothing I could do but reschedule shopping for next week. After Neil left, I went to my parents' house with an angry Penelope with puffed up cheeks. However, the following Sunday, he cancelled shopping again, saying that he had work to do the day before. I felt sorry for Penelope since this was twice in a row, so I decided to talk to him about this. Don't you feel sorry for her? Canceling plans at the last minute multiple times isn't good for her education.
I do, but I'm working. Will you be okay if I can't pay the living expenses anymore?
That's not okay, but I want you to think about her feelings more.
I mean, if you're saying that, why don't you take her shopping?
I'm working part-time on Saturday and helping my family business on Sundays. Well, okay, fine. I'll ask someone if they could take over my shift next Saturday. By the way, can I ask you something? You said you work every Saturday voluntarily, right? Can you not go at least one Saturday and go shopping with Penelope?
Are you kidding me? My company's busy now. Hey, it's your fault that she's being so selfish, wanting many things. You should have disciplined her a little more, you know. You're a mother, so be more responsible.
Excuse me? You don't even take care of her at all, and you're saying that it's my fault? Seriously? We were literally arguing all night. Then unfortunately, there was no one willing to take over my shift next Saturday, so we decided to go shopping the Saturday after next week. That's because Neil said he might have planned Saturday as well. However, because he was like this, Penelope got upset and started to act cold towards him. And even started touching my cell phone without permission. I was surprised when I saw the picture of an actor from a Yakuza movie, who I'm a secret fan of, was set on my phone screen. But at the same time, I was worried that she might delete my important data. Or call my manager by accident, so I did warn her. Stop looking at other people's cell phones without permission, okay?
Dad has been breaking my promise and not getting me one yet. I'm still waiting. When can I get one?
I told you that I'll go buy it with you next time, so be patient! Oh, and also, cell phones contain a lot of important data about their owner. You have a treasure chest that you tell people not to look inside without permission, right? For you to look at someone else's cell phone without permission is the same as someone opening your treasure chest and messing it up.
Wait, so that means a grown-up cell phone contains something as important as my diary that I keep inside my treasure chest that I don't want anyone to see?
Exactly! So don't do that, okay? Can you promise me that?
I see. Yeah, I will.
Good, good. Looks like she understands. For now. But the following Friday morning, after I went to wake up Neil hearing his alarm, he went back to sleep and overslept, so it was a hectic morning. He was panicking.
Oh no, what should I do? I need to meet with my client in a little bit.
If you have time to yell, hurry up and get changed. It's probably quicker to go there by car than train, right? I'll drive you there. I also hurried and helped him get ready for work. And when he was almost done getting ready, I called out to Penelope. I thought I'd take her along so I could drop her off at the kindergarten after dropping off Neil. However, she wasn't in the living room like she usually is, so I searched around. Oh, there you are, Penelope. You made me nervous. She was sitting in the corner of the bedroom with her back to me. I wonder what she's doing. With that in mind, I approached her. Hey, you're looking at my cell phone again? Didn't I tell you not to do that the other day? How many times do I need to tell you? Give it back!
Oh, you found out? I'm so sorry. Teehee.
After saying that innocently, she handed over my cell phone. Don't do this again, okay? Then when I saw my screen, I couldn't help but say, huh? What? What on earth is this? Just at that moment...
Paige, what are you doing standing there? Penelope's ready. Let's go. Hurry up.
Oh, sorry. I grabbed his cell phone, which was charging in the same outlet as mine, and hurried to the front door. My mind was blank at that moment. What have I just seen? Without even understanding the meaning of what I saw, I drove Penelope to kindergarten and Neil to the client's company, but... After coming home and having breakfast alone, the anger started to grow inside of me. I see. That's what it was all about. Well, the MVP this time is definitely Penelope. As expected of my daughter, she inherited the blood of my family. And what can I say? She's an amazing girl. An extraordinary one, way above the rest. The next morning, Neil, who was going to work on Saturday again, came into the living room in a suit and said,
Good morning, Penelope.
After he said that, she just looked at him with a straight face and left the living room without saying anything.
Hasn't she been acting rude towards me lately?
Well, of course, because you've been breaking your promise with her, so...
What? It's because you don't discipline her properly. Jeez.
After he went to work, I was planning to go to my part-time job in the afternoon, but I started getting ready early. I also left Penelope at my parents' house and hid near a bronze statue at the train station at around 10 a.m. Then, a little after 10:30 a.m., I saw a man and a woman around there meeting up. So I slowly approached them without hesitation from behind. Then...
Paige?
Yes, the guy was Neil!
What are you doing here? What about your job?
Hey, who's the woman next to you? Didn't you say you were going to work? Why are you here?
I am. This woman's one of... she's...
He probably wanted to say that she's one of his clients, huh? I ignored him and turned to the woman next to him. Nice to meet you. I'm Neil's wife. After saying that, her face turned pale and she began to tremble after hearing my words. She was wearing revealing clothes that I could see her whole back. Having a meeting wearing that, huh? Seriously? I truly doubt that. I then quickly took out my cell phone and showed them something that was on my screen when Penelope handed it to me yesterday morning. It was a video that she transferred from Neil's cell phone to mine as a prank. On it was a recording of what appeared to be a hotel, and the woman in front of me was saying, "Let's do it again," while he replied, "What, again?" while drooling, and it was pretty gross, to be honest. Penelope sent the message that you two were meeting here today to me. That's why I'm here. You're also having an affair with other women, huh? And you're separating them by weekday, Saturday, and Sunday? Really? Don't you lie to me. I know everything. Also, they all seem to know that you're married with a kid and you often take them to fancy restaurants, hotels, and even buy them things, right? Do you have that kind of money? I know that you have a low salary. You better not be borrowing money as a secret, you scumbag! Are you? Huh?
I'm sorry, Paige. I really am.
After that, Neil and the woman next to him bowed deeply to me in front of everyone watching. I wasn't embarrassed at all.
They're all just for fun, trust me. Even though I do meet them, I'm not taking them seriously. Yeah, also, about the debt, I'll do my best to pay it back, so forgive me!
Just for fun, so it's okay. You fail as a human being thinking that. Anyways, you over there, you can give me your information. I'll sue you for damages. As I said that, I took out my cell phone, but... Huh? A text from Mom? I wonder... When I opened it, there was a link and it led me to a law firm's website. Huh? What's this? While I was confused about this, I got a call from her saying, Penelope looked at my cell phone and sent it without permission. Also,
Hello, Mom. It's Penelope.
hey, did you look at Grandma's cell phone without permission? I've told you many times, haven't I? We'll need a...
Because you were so slow.
What?
I, of course, know that I shouldn't look at other people's cell phones, but you didn't notice that Dad was being suspicious. I had no choice but to do that. Anyways, don't forget that I'm on your side. Good luck.
Penelope, thank you.
Grandma also said, I have your back too. Remember that, so be strong. Another thing, Great-Grandpa said he'd prepare the boat for us.
Oh, really? How nice.
Yeah, bye!
After saying that, she hung up. Oh my goodness. Never underestimate my daughter and family. I then proceeded to show Neil and the woman that he's been having an affair with the screenshot of the law firm's website. I'll sue both of you for damages, and you, Neil, I'll make sure you pay child support, okay? Thank you. When I said that, they collapsed on the ground, looking pale, and cried, saying, no. After that, my divorce with Neil was finalized, and I obtained custody of Penelope. I also received damages from the 3 women he had affairs with, and Neil, of course, is paying me child support. What's shocking is that all the women he had affairs with were married. They've all been dumped by their husbands, abandoned by their families, and so forth, living a hellish life. Well, they deserved this. Speaking of Neil, one of the women he was having an affair with was his boss's wife. Rumors quickly spread about that, and since he felt uncomfortable being there, he quit. However, in this difficult time, he couldn't find a company that would hire him. But since he still had to pay off the debts for damages, the money he borrowed to make himself seem rich to all of them, and the child support, he was put onto a boat and sent overseas. I wonder who arranged this. He's forced to work without sleep and is completely exhausted, both physically and mentally. It seems like his parents were fed up with him, so they cut ties. Sucks for him! Of course, all the women were also in debt, so they're in trouble too. As for me, I quit my part-time job, returned to my parents' house, and helped out with the family business. Neil didn't help with the childcare at all, but I have reliable people at home. My parents, 2 brothers, sister, and crazy grandparents. Penelope knows that we all love her, so she's having fun every day. Oh, by the way, I was talking to her recently about this.
Mom, your favorite actor from that Yakuza movie made a guest appearance on one of my favorite YouTubers' video.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, here, this is the video.
Someone is good at using the cell phone. Well, of course, because you were able to use mine perfectly.
I'm sorry about that. I promise not to do that anymore.
Can I ask you something? Where did you get all the knowledge about lawyers?
Oh, that? Grandma taught me.
Oh, I see. That makes sense. Then how about sending me things like videos?
Uncle Kevin taught me. I know some cell phone hacks now.
I see.
Guess what? Grandpa is going to teach me baseball next time. I'm excited!
Really? That's great.
Well, not exactly baseball, though. More of cheering on the team.
What? Are you okay with this, Penelope?
Yeah, I don't mind. Uncle Pa taught me how working out is good last time, so...
What?
He said I should eat at least 30 grams of protein for breakfast.
I didn't know that.
I was also told that if I do this, I'll be muscular in 956 days and will be on TV.
Who would say that? Oh, wait. Oh, I know.
And Phoebe.
I knew it.
Well, I guess I'll start mopping the floor.
What? Mopping? Why?
Great Grandma told me that mopping is good for both the mind and the body.
What is everyone trying to turn Penelope into? Well, she does have a promising future. Don't you all think this family is interesting?
My name is Musashi, and I'm a 26-year-old salesman that you'll find anywhere in the world. I'm an introvert who doesn't have a lot of friends, and I tell everyone that my favorite hobby is to read. But in reality, my favorite thing in the entire world is to make figurines while watching anime. Everyone used to make fun of me for being a nerd and an introvert back in high school. Those days were not very fun for me. Ugh, you're reading again? You're at school with everyone right now. Wouldn't it be better if you spent your time talking with friends or playing outside? Oh, well, maybe. But I like reading alone better than both those things, to be honest with you. It's more relaxing. So you read at school, and when you get back home, you make figurines while watching anime? That's just pathetic, man. Well, maybe, but I still like it. You know, this is why you don't have any friends. You need to push yourself harder and go talk to people. And this is also why you've never had a girlfriend in your life. Just look around you. Do you see anyone sitting by themselves, reading a damn book? No, they're all talking to each other and hanging out with friends. You're right. I'm a nerd and an introvert. I've already accepted that, though. So it's okay. You should go hang out with your friends, too. And just like that, Yosuke would make fun of me for being a nerd every single day. I mean, he clearly hates me, so I wish he'd just ignore me or something. Why does he like bothering me so much? And to be honest with you, I hated Yosuke. But unfortunately, I ended up going to the same university as him, and we even had the same major. That's why even after graduating from high school, I constantly ran into him on campus. Man, those 4 years were tragic. I thought I'd finally be able to meet some people who share the same interests as me when I first got to college. But thanks to Yosuke and his little jokes, I wasn't able to have any fun during those 4 years. So that's why during those 4 years, I worked super hard so I could get an offer from a prestigious company and avoid ending up in the same place as Yosuke again. Oh, by the way, I heard that you got an offer from Scott Trading. You're gonna go there, right? Man, I never thought in a million years that a nerd like you would get an offer from a company like Scott Trading. What kind of trick did you use? Well, I didn't use any tricks. I just worked hard. What about you, Yosuke? Where are you going? Me? Well, this is gonna surprise you. I'm actually gonna work at Pani Trading. Wait, what? Pani Trading? They're super famous and pay very well, don't they? That's awesome! Congrats! What the hell? How is this any fair? I worked way harder than you, Yosuke, and I had way better grades too! How the hell did he get an offer from Pani Trading? This isn't fair at all! I bet you're wondering how I managed to get an offer from one of the best companies in the country right now. I know. I can see it in your face. I can see right through you, you bastard. Sorry, but you're right. I was wondering that. Could you tell me why? Fine. Here's my secret. I actually have a family friend that works at Pani Trading's HR department. He's known my dad for years, and when my dad asked him if he could hook me up with a job, he was able to find an opening for me. And that's how I got the offer. Awesome, isn't it? Oh, wow. That's incredible. So you didn't go through any tests or interviews or anything like that? Nope. You know, life is all about connections, and I played my cards right. All you do is work hard, but that's not how you win in life. Life's about working smarter, like me. And that's why I was able to get this offer easily, unlike you. Anyway, good luck at Scott Trading. Hopefully you don't get fired in the first week. And in that moment, I started to question if my hard work was even worth it. It feels like all of my hard work was for nothing, and it made me really sad. But thankfully, we were still going to different companies, so that means that I wouldn't have to see him as often anymore. But 2 years after graduating from college, I ran into Yosuke at the station by sheer coincidence. How unlucky am I? Hey Yosuke! Long time no see. Man, you look weird in that suit. You never had a good sense for fashion, but you look terrible in that baggy suit. Well, it's been a minute, Yosuke. We haven't seen each other for a couple of years, but it almost feels like nothing's changed at all. So, how's your work going? Are you doing well? Don't tell me you got fired already. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but... What are you talking about? I'm doing fine, thank you very much. Well, good for you. I'm proud of you. Oh yeah, I actually wanted to ask you for a favor. You know, as a friend. We've known each other for years now, haven't we? Well, yes, but what is it? What do you want me to do for you? Well, there's a group blind date event happening this Friday at 6 p.m., and I was wondering if you'd like to join us. Wait, what? A group blind date? That's right. One of my friends that was supposed to come with me can't make it anymore, and I want you to come in his place. You know, having you next to me would make me look good. So... Wait, what's that supposed to mean? If you're trying to make fun of me again, then I'm not gonna go. Sorry about that. You know how I am. I like to tell harmless jokes. Sue me. But anyway, the date's already been set, so you better show up. I'm not gonna accept no as an answer. Wait, hold on! I didn't say I'd go yet! It doesn't matter what you say. You're coming no matter what, because I told you to. So you better keep that day open, alright? I guess I don't have to worry about that though, since you don't have any friends to begin with. Wait, hold on! And so Yosuke sprinted away, and I didn't have the chance to say no to him. He's always been greedy and selfish like this. He hasn't changed one bit. To be honest with you, I'm not interested in this group blind date thing at all. And I know that Yosuke's just gonna make fun of me to make himself look good and impress the ladies. So if I went, it'd basically be like me walking into a pit of lava. I should have stood up for myself and said no, but Yosuke wouldn't budge. He kept on texting me, reminding me that I needed to attend the event this Friday, and he would not stop bugging me about it. He told me that I had to come on Friday, and to wear something that's old and looks bad, so he looks better in front of the ladies. I really didn't want to go. But at this point, I really didn't have a choice. If I didn't attend, Yosuke would probably just hunt me down afterwards and shame me for betraying him. So I guess I have to bite my tongue and go. I mean, how bad could it possibly be? Oh, there he is! The main guest for tonight's party! Wait, what? The main guest? What do you mean? Hey everyone! Let me introduce you all to Musashi! He's the nerdy introvert that I was talking about earlier. His name sounds manly and cool, but he's not like that at all. He's the type of kid that would stay inside all day on the weekends and read.
You're right. He does seem like a nerd. That's hilarious. Hey, you should come sit over here next to Jimiko. You guys seem perfect for each other since you guys are both nerds.
Alright, you heard her. Go sit over there where you belong. Aw, you guys are like a couple.
Yeah, you're perfect for each other.
Sure. And so I sat myself down in the corner next to this girl called Jimiko. Yosuke told me that the event was starting at 6 p.m., but everyone seemed drunk already by the time I got there. They must have started drinking long before I arrived. There were a total of 6 people at the event. Yosuke, his friend Masashi, Nanami, I, Jimiko, and me. 3 boys and 3 girls, and everyone had their eyes set on someone.
Hey, look over there in the corner. Don't you think they look like a couple already? I bet people like you never get to meet other people that share the same interests as you. So tonight, be your big night. This could be forever known as the day you met your soulmate.
I've known Musashi since middle school, but he hasn't changed one bit in the last decade or so. He's always been an introverted nerd, and even though he worked really hard to get a job offer, he ended up with a job that pays worse than mine. Isn't that hilarious? To be honest, I'm starting to feel bad for this guy. He just has the worst luck out of anyone I've ever met.
Really? That sounds almost identical to Jimiko. Apparently her family's rich, but since she's so nerdy and introverted, no one ever wants to talk to her or hang out with her. You guys are with Pani Trading right now, right? That's so awesome. You guys have a bright future ahead of you guys, and I bet your future wives would be super happy with you guys. You won't have to worry about money for the rest of your lives.
I guess you could say that. I mean, I got into Pani trading through my connections, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Sure, I may have had worse grades than this nerd over here, but life's about working smarter, not harder. Right, Musashi? Sure. Maybe you're right. They say that luck is part of your skill, so I don't think getting a job offer because you had good connections is a bad thing. I don't really think he should be telling everyone that he got in through his connections, but oh well. But man, this beer tastes amazing! Connections rock! I love life so much! Who has it better than me? I tried staying low and avoiding attention so that people wouldn't make fun of me. I kept drinking my beer and minding my own business, hoping that this event would end soon. I'm sure Miss Jimiko thought the same way. She did not seem like she was enjoying this event, but I couldn't really tell what kind of person she was, because she kept her mask and glasses on the entire time. She was probably invited today to make her friends stand out and look good. I feel for her, because that's exactly what happened to me.
Hey, Jimiko, you alright? You haven't said a single word since you got here. You know, you should really take off your mask. People want to see what you look like, and you can't eat with your mask on. She never takes off her mask, even in front of us. I've only seen her face a couple of times over the years. Well, to be honest with you, that doesn't really bother me because I don't care what she looks like.
Yeah, I'm not very interested either. But I still kinda wanna see your face. Just take your mask off for a couple of seconds, please! And so, everyone started pressuring Jimiko to take off her mask. She didn't say another word for a while after that. As the night went on, the two of us grew more and more isolated from the rest of the group. At that point, we were just waiting for the event to be over. And finally, after an hour, everyone started to pack their things. We were finally leaving the restaurant. Thank God, I can finally go home. Musashi, thanks for coming today. Thank you for being our foil today. You did a great job. The rest of us are gonna go to another party after this. So you and Jimiko can figure out what you guys want to do next. Maybe you guys should make out or something. I don't really care though. So bye! And so, the four left the restaurant. And now, it was just Jimiko and me at the table. I could have just went home after that. But I never got the chance to introduce myself to Jimiko. And I never even got the chance to talk with her. So I felt really bad about that, and decided to ask her if she wanted to go to another bar, so we could get to know each other better. If you'd like, we could go to a bar or something and drink there. What do you say? I know a pretty good bar that serves killer yakitori, and we could go there if you're down.
Wait, did you say yakitori? I love yakitori. I actually want to go.
Really? Oh yeah, and that yakitori place has the best pudding that you'll ever eat in your life. It's not on the menu, but I can order it for you if you're interested.
I am interested. Let's do it.
Wow, I was not expecting that reaction. This is great! Jimiko's actually on board! And so, I decided to call the yakitori bar to ask them if they had a seat open for us. They did. And so I informed the waiter that we would be there in about 5 minutes. And so we left the restaurant and headed to the bar. We didn't talk on our way there though, and I don't really blame her for that. We're both introverts, and it's hard enough for us to keep a conversation going, much less start one ourselves. But before I could say anything to her, we arrived at the yakitori bar. We were shown to our seats and started looking through the menu. Maybe I kind of pressured her into coming. I should check with her and see if she actually wants something to eat here. Hey, you didn't have anything to eat or drink at the other restaurant, did you? You must be starving. The yakitori here is great too, but I personally recommend the pork chops. They're absolutely amazing. Well, I've actually only been here a couple of times, so it's not like I know a lot about this place. Oh yeah, and if you don't mind, could you tell me your name? I only know your last name right now, and I'd love to learn your first name. But before she could answer, A waiter brought out our drinks, and an awkward silence filled the room. When the waiter left our seats, Jimiko picked up her glass of beer and took off her mask and glasses. That was the first time I saw her actual face, and my jaw instantly dropped. I mean, just look at her! Wow, you're pretty.
Huh? What did you say?
I said you were really pretty.
Wait, really?
Oh, I'm really sorry. That was creepy, wasn't it? I was taken aback by how pretty you were, and I don't know what I was thinking.
No, don't worry about it. I appreciate it. But all my friends think I'm ugly, so they invite me to these group dating events to make themselves stand out and look prettier.
There's no way!
Oh, yeah, and my name is Haniko, by the way. I used to be more outgoing and extroverted at these events, but I've attended so many of them already, and I got tired of it, you know? So I just try to keep to myself and mind my own business nowadays.
I see. I had no idea.
But man, your friends are a bunch of assholes, aren't they?
Oh, what did you...
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to surprise you, but I thought it'd be fine if I show my true self to you. You seem like a good guy.
Oh, sorry. No, yeah. I really appreciate that. And besides, it's better if we talk. I don't want to just sit here and not talk the entire time. But that was surprising. I did not expect Paniko to be like this. Her personality and looks are much brighter than I expected. And what surprised me the most was that Paniko's father was the CEO of Pani Pani Trading.
When I tell people that my father's the CEO of Pani Pani Trading, they all start to treat me a bit differently. They become way nicer to me, and I don't really like that, you know? I don't want people to treat me differently just because of who my father is. But I cannot believe our company is letting someone like Yosuke work for us. He's an asshole.
Wow. So you're really the CEO's daughter, huh? That's incredible. You must have gone through a lot already. But going back to what you were talking about, you're right. I don't think it's fair that Yosuke gets to work at Pani Pani Training just because he had the right connections. I didn't even get through the first stage of interviews with Pani Pani. They rejected me instantly! But I don't really blame them for that, though. I am an introvert, and I get why they didn't want to hire people like me.
Oh, I see. But I don't think your being an introvert has anything to do with it. After all, I'm an introvert just like you. My hobbies are watching anime and making plastic figurines.
Wait, what? Really? Those are my hobbies too! I can't believe this. I tell everyone that my favorite hobby is to read, but actually, when I get back home every night, I turn on an episode of my favorite anime and make plastic figurines.
Oh wow, that's awesome! I guess we're pretty similar then.
And so, after that, Paniko and I learned a lot about each other. We talked about a lot of things like our dreams, our hobbies, and our past. And by the end of the night, we were calling each other by our first names.
Man, I had so much fun tonight. I don't think I've ever met anyone that I've gone along with this much this quickly. Thank you so much for taking me here. Oh yeah, there's actually a nice bar around here that I always go to, and I was wondering if you'd like to go there for one more drink. What do you say?
That sounds like a plan. Let's go! This was the first time I've had this much fun drinking with someone else. Honestly, I feel like I could spend hours, days even, with Paniko and not get tired of it. We just got along that well. And so, shortly afterwards, we arrived at the bar Paniko was talking about. But when we opened the door, we were shocked to see Yosuke and his goons inside. Huh? Oh my god, it's you again, Musashi! What the hell are you doing here? Where did Jimiko go? Did you just abandon her or something? And who's this pretty little girl? Did you hit on her or something?
Hey guys, what the hell do you think you're doing? I thought you guys were drinking with us. Stop hitting on that girl. Yeah, come back here, you idiots.
Maybe I should ask them. Guys, do you really not recognize this girl? Wait, what? What are you talking about? I was thinking about how I should introduce Paniko to these guys when she pulled out a mask and pair of glasses from her bag and put them on. And there she was again! The little, timid, introverted girl that was in the corner of the room at the blind date was back. And everyone was shocked when they came to the realization that this girl was Jimiko. Wait, you're kidding me, right? There's no way! There's no way you're actually Jimiko!
What? You're Jimiko? But you didn't look like this back in college. You changed so much.
That's when Paniko said this.
That's right. And you guys can call me Paniko, because that's my real name. And you better stop making fun of me now. What was your name again? Yosuke, was it? I actually had something I wanted to talk to you about. So it's good that I ran into you.
Huh? Oh, are you trying to ask me out or something? Is that it? Here, let me give you my number then.
Huh?
Yosuke had no clue what was about to happen to him, so I decided to give him a little hint to nudge him in the right direction. You guys do know that her father's the CEO of Pani Trading, right? That's where you two work, isn't it? Looks like you've been making fun of your boss's daughter this whole time. What?
That's right. And I actually called my dad earlier and told him about you and how you unfairly got into our company through your connections.
Wait, what? But why would you do something like that?
Our company is trying our best to maintain a good reputation, so he was surprised to learn that you got in through unfair means. That's the sort of stuff we're trying to eradicate from our company, after all.
But that's not fair! How could you do this to me?
What do you mean? I didn't do anything wrong. I just did what I thought was right.
Yeah, Paniko's right. She did nothing wrong. What? So you're siding with her now? What the hell's wrong with you, man? I mean, you kind of brought this upon yourself. You shouldn't have bragged to everyone about how you got into Pani Trading because of your connections. Sooner or later, something like this was going to happen. And if you're going to brag like that, you should have chosen the time, place, and occasion more carefully.
I don't exactly know what he's going to do, but I'm really excited to find out.
Yeah, you're right. I'm very excited as well. But anyway, I think there are too many people here, Paniko. We should go somewhere more quiet and private.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Wait, hold on! What the hell are you talking about? Are you guys going to betray me like that? Come on, Paniko! I don't deserve this! I'll apologize! So please, tell your father that you were confused or something! Please! He begged her to forgive us, but we ignored him and left the bar. He definitely brought this all upon himself, though, so I don't feel bad for him at all. But afterwards, I heard in a rumor that both Yosuke and the guy that hired him faced severe punishments for unfairly influencing the hiring process. They both got heavy demotions and were sent to a rural branch. Yosuke and his pride couldn't handle that though, so he ended up quitting immediately after facing those punishments. And he's now in debt as well, since he borrowed out tons of money from the bank to purchase expensive watches, bags, and clothes. He thought he'd be able to pay it all off with his high salary, but without stable income, he's now in a lot of trouble. He's got no one that's willing to help him out though, so he's now working at a convenience store trying to pay off his huge debt. He actually kept on asking Masashi, I, and Nanami if they could help him pay off his debt, and things got so bad that he started stalking them. That ended up causing a lot of trouble for them and their companies, and they were all forced to resign from their positions. Good riddance. They all deserve it. Oh yeah, and this is what happened with Paniko and me.
Hey, Masashi! You know that movie coming out next week? You want to go watch it together? And when we're done, we should go grab some yakitori at that bar we went to the night we met. The pudding there was amazing, and I want to try it again.
That sounds like a great idea. I really wanted to watch that movie with you. Let's go! And I'm super excited to go back to the yakitori place again. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm super excited too.
And so, Paniko and I started dating shortly after that night. We're like best friends, so we don't have to hold anything back while we're with each other. I love spending time with her. But man, I can't believe I met the love of my life at that blind date event that I didn't even want to go to. Talk about being lucky. But now that I'm with Paniko, I'm going to keep on working hard to make sure that we get to spend the rest of our lives together.
My name is Paige, 22 years old. A year has passed since I became an office employee. When I thought it was freezing outside, the beautiful plum blossoms started to bloom. And soon they transformed into cherry blossoms. And just like that they fell, turning into leaves, and it's getting hot. My goodness, time really does fly by so quickly. Last year, on New Year's, I made a resolution. I'm going to take the kanji level 1 proficiency test to improve my kanji. But in the end, I only studied a little bit and slacked off. I said to myself, I'll do it tomorrow, next week, next month. I kept on making excuses, and a year had passed. This year, I made a resolution. Since I'm going to be an office worker, I will start learning sign language. I'll become someone who can contribute to a barrier-free society by being proficient in this. But even now, I still haven't done anything. Achieving a goal is a battle within yourself. I feel like it's difficult to keep my word these days. But I finally got a job this spring and got my first paycheck the other day. Today, I came to a high-end sushi restaurant to express my gratitude to my mom, who raised me alone, and it's also her birthday. Ugh, it's nerve-wracking to pay for a place like this with my own money. Help me! I'm so happy you're treating me to a birthday dinner, but it didn't have to be at a high-end sushi restaurant like this. Will you be okay? You'll probably spend your entire first paycheck today. Yeah, no problem. I'm not okay, to be honest, but you worked so hard to raise me after Dad passed away, so this is like my gratitude up until now. Thank you, Mom. Oh my, thank you, Paige. I saw a tear drop from her eyes, and I was about to cry too. As we were talking at the counter, 3 men in suits came out from the back room. They were probably dining together earlier. One of the 3 left, and the other 2 bowed and sent him off. But as soon as that person left, they suddenly changed their attitude, sat down on the counter aggressively, and started making a fuss.
God, I'm so tired. That was long. My shoulder hurts. Meetings are so tiring. Ugh, I know, right? He was acting all cocky just because he's a huge client. It pissed me off. Hey, let's have drinks. We can write this off as an expense. Hey, excuse me, 2 beers. Can you hurry up?
The 2 men who looked to be in their 30s started to be jerks after drinking. The sushi chef was also slightly frowning. I was a little annoyed by their noise, but I decided to ignore them and have fun, so I smiled and talked to my mom. Happy birthday, Mom! Eat as much as you want today. I'll have the cucumber, omelette, and... Oh my god, Mom! You can order more expensive ones like sea urchin and salmon roe. Thank you, but I'm hesitant to order expensive ones, to be honest. If I do, I'm afraid that I might use up your first paycheck. You should be the one eating those because you worked so hard to earn that money. Oh, are you sure? Then I'll have the dried gourd sushi roll. You and I are like twins. So hilarious. Yeah. The sushi chef was listening to our conversation with a smile. However, the 2 men sitting next to us drinking beer were staring, not having it.
Huh? What a lame-ass conversation to have here. And the only things they're ordering are things poor people order, like omelet, cucumber, and dried gourd. Generally speaking, this is not a place for poor people to come. Can they not tell by looking around? Exactly. I want them to leave right now.
I know they're obviously talking about us. Hey, why can't we order what we want? Everything is delicious at sushi restaurants. But if I argued back, I know that it would lead to trouble, so I decided to ignore them as much as possible. What do you want next? Fatty tuna? Oh, yeah, I'll have that next, thanks. After saying that, the two men smirked and started mocking us again.
Haha! Did you hear? I bet you won't know the difference between this and the ones from the supermarket. These high-end restaurants are places where elite office workers like us have meetings. You guys aren't actually can't be, in our level. So hurry up and get out of here.
Excuse me. You're bothering the other customers, so please, be quiet.
The sushi chef had enough and finally scolded them, but they got pissed off and talked back at him.
What? How dare you tell us what to do while you're just a sushi chef? Who do you think we are? Yeah, we're bankers at that major, the #1 ranked Zenith Bank.
As soon as my mom heard Zenith Bank's name, her eyes lit up. However, the two men continued drinking and mocking us, not noticing what was happening.
Poor single-parent families like you guys don't deserve to be here. Find a place that's on your level, or buy it at a supermarket.
We were called poor to our faces, but my mom didn't get angry. Instead, she sighed softly and told them, I think you two have had a little too much to drink. It's fine if you're having fun, but sometimes you'll end up regretting it later on.
What? The hell are you saying? Or what is it? Are you a huge client who deposits a lot of money in a bank and can afford to come to this kind of place? I don't think so. You wish you did.
The man was laughing in her face, but my mom answered with a smile. I actually have an account at Zenith Bank, but unfortunately, I don't have that much money in it. In fact, I'm more of a borrower.
Ha! I knew it! A poor single mother has no choice but to borrow money from the bank to survive. How sad is that? How dare you come here and eat expensive sushi with the money we lent you? If you had that kind of money, hurry up and pay it back right now.
I couldn't take it anymore! I was about to say something back to them, but my mom laughed and told me not to worry about it. Okay, understood. Well, I guess I have no choice if a banker says that to me. I'll pay back the money I owe as soon as possible. Sorry, but may I work here for a little while? It won't take long, I promise. When my mom asked the sushi chef, he smiled and gave the okay sign to her. Thank you. I'm going to transfer 300 million to another bank.
What? 300 million? What?
Ignoring the two guys who were so shocked that their voices were shaking, my mom took out a laptop from under the counter and started typing. Within 3 minutes, she closed it and started calling someone on her phone. Hello, Mr. Turchi. Hi, it's Holly. How are you? I called you because I decided to refinance the 300 million you loaned me for the acquisition cost of the income-producing property to another bank. I could hear the bank manager's screams on the other side of the phone. Even if you say that, I already told my accounting department to do that. I will have the person in charge of the new bank contact Zenith Bank tomorrow, so please take care of it. She continued, saying, Huh? Why? Maybe you should ask your bank employees that. The employees yelled at me, saying hurry up and pay back, so I just followed their orders and paid it back. For more details, ask the two drinking at the sushi restaurant using the bank's expenses now.
I get now. Hurry up.
I'll hang up now. Have a nice day. After my mom hung up the phone, she turned around to them and said, Hey, just wondering, but do you two know how banks make money?
Huh? Makes money? The deposits customers make?
I think your bank should start over with training new employees. Of course, deposits are important, but no matter how much money you collect, it's still someone else's money. Listen, The bank's main source of income is lending money to businesses and receiving payments of principal and interest. They profit by earning more interest on the loans that they pay on the deposits. Difference between the interest income and expenses. That's why all banks are willing to lend money to companies that can be sure of recovering their loans for business expansion. So when I was looking to purchase a new building the other day, several banks came to me giving me a box of sweets and asking me to borrow from them. Zenith Bank's manager has been good to me, so I chose there. But if the bank employees are like this, asking me to pay back, I need to change banks immediately.
You changed.
They finally understood what was going on and hugged each other, shaking.
Holly is a famous female CEO in the local area who owns several buildings and operates a wide range of businesses. Paige also has been coming here since she was little. Thank you so much for your continued support.
He gave some extra information to them while serving tea to us.
Goodness. Not recognizing the face of a famous CEO in this area? The quality of bank employees has declined. Also, impolite behavior has been noticeable when you come here for meetings. So maybe it's time to ask you to refrain from coming here. What? I didn't know she was someone big! She only ordered something cheap, so I thought she was poor! Me too. Why would such a rich person only order cheap stuff at a place like this? If you're rich, you can order anything expensive! You deceived us by pretending to be poor, huh?
They both got so pissed off and tried to push the responsibility onto us. But my mom calmly replied, "What are you saying? No matter how accustomed I am to eating something expensive, the sushi my daughter treats me to on my birthday is different. It's special. I also understand the desperate effort of my daughter who just started working and not earning much to use her precious first paycheck to celebrate my birthday. A parent, of course, would want to cherish that. How can a bank employee not understand the difference between them? It's really shameful for someone who doesn't know common sense to handle other people's money. God!"
I'm so sorry! Please forgive me! Please!
Then someone who looked like the bank manager came rushing in, found them, and dragged them out immediately. After returning to the bank, they were severely scolded by the branch manager and were transferred to a branch in the middle of nowhere as a punishment. Apparently, that place had no internet connection, so they had to work using pieces of paper and an abacus. All you can see looking around is the vast wilderness and the ocean. So it's probably not going to be possible to have meetings at a high-end sushi restaurant. Well, I hope that by going through hardships there, they may gain a deeper understanding of empathy, gratitude, and compassion, fundamental aspects of humans. A few months later, my mom and I came back to eat at the sushi restaurant again.
Hello! Welcome!
Yay, sushi, my favorite! Oh, by the way, my mom is paying for me today. Yes!
What would you like?
Sea urchin, salmon roe, fatty tuna, and... You're quite cheeky, huh? When you think it's your mom's treat, you order expensive dishes. Because I can't afford to eat all those with my own money, so it's okay, right? Please, Mom. Go ahead. Order whatever you like. My goodness, you are so spoiled even now, Paige.
Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!